Welcome back to Code with Hafiz. If you want to build real AI application like ChatGPT, AI agents, document chat system, AI assistant, and automation tools, then this series is for you. In this complete LangChain series, we are not just going to learn theory. Instead, we will build real-world AI applications step by step. You will learn how to connect large language models like GPT with your own data, APIs, databases, and tools to create powerful AI systems. In this series, we will cover everything from LangChain basics to advanced production level projects, including what LangChain is and its importance in AI development, and then how to connect LLMs with Python applications. We are not just going to cover the theory, we are actually implementing the practical how to connect LLMs with Python application, and then we are going to learn how to prompt to the LLM. We are going to cover the prompt engineering techniques, and then chains and sequential workflows, and then we are going to cover the memory for conversational AI and building AI agents that can use tools, and then we are actually implementing the retrieval augmented generation, and then we are going to cover the vector databases and how to connect the vector databases to get the data from these databases and embeddings. Finally, we are going to build the chatbots that can answer from your documents. So this is the complete series. In this series, we are not going to just cover the theory, we are just going to building real AI application with LangChain. So by the end of this series, you will be able to build your own AI powered application like a professional AI engineer. So if you are a Python developer or AI engineer, backend developer, or someone who wants to build real AI products, this series will help you master LangChain from beginner to advanced level. Let's start this journey and build powerful AI application together. And if you are new on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and like. To understand LangChain, before we have to learn AI, what is AI? And we have to understand what is AI and how this is work. So AI stands for artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is the technology that allows computers to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence. In simple words, AI makes computers think, learn, and solve problems like humans. And if we see the real world AI applications, so we have a chatbot that answers your questions, a recommendation system on YouTube or Netflix, voice assistants, and image recognition system. And we say AI system that help you write emails, system that read documents and give answers, and the automation tools that work without human help. So an AI is artificial intelligence means making computers think a little like humans. So basically AI makes the computers think, learn and solve problems like a humans. So here question arises, what is LangChain? LangChain is a framework that helps developers build smart AI application using large language models. If AI is the brain, then LangChain is the engine that helps the brain work with tools, data, and workflows. As we learn, if AI is the brain, then LangChain is the engine that helps the brain work with tools, data, and workflows. The LangChain helps developers to connect AI models with their own data, create AI agents like N10 agents, we see, to build an agents, create an agents, and build chatbots and automation system. LangChain help us to use external tools instead inside your AI applications. And you think of LangChain as a smart middleware between AI models and real world applications. So AI makes computer think, learn and solve problems like human, and the LangChain is the engine that helps the brain work with tools, data and workflows. So AI is the brain and the LangChain is the engine. I hope this will clear your doubts. What what is AI and what is LangChain? and why we are going to learn LangChain. And why we are going to learn LangChain? Because LangChain is a framework that helps developers build smart AI applications using large language models. For building real AI apps step by step, you need just Python programming with basics. If you know the Python, like the variables and data types, what are the functions, what are the loops and conditions, and what are the libraries inside Python. If you're not familiar with this, don't worry, I will clear your doubts and I will clear each and everything related to Python as well as LangChain. So before learning LangChain, you should prepare a few basic things like Python programming, the basics, virtual environment, how to create a virtual environment, and how to design the basic API, understanding what are the APIs and how they are working, what is REST API, how request and response is working, how to use API scheme, basic knowledge of AI concepts. To write your first code for the LangChain, you need editor like VS Code, PyCharm, Anti-Gravity or Jupyter Notebook. Use any of these, and then you make sure in your system the Python is installed. So let me show you. If the Python is installed in your system, then this command will show you what is the version of your current Python. So currently I am using 3.11.0. So here question arises from where I got the Python to work with LangChain. So this is the website where you download your Python required version, and we are using 3.11. How to work with LangChain? We have a documentation, so you will find out how to use the things. In this documentation you will find out everything related to LangChain, how to integrate by component the chat models, tools and toolkits, middlewares, retrievers and so on. And here you will also see what are the core components of LangChain, the agents, models, messages, tools, short-term memory, what is streaming, structure output. So LangChain is an open source framework with a pre-built agent architecture and integration for any model or tool, so you can build agents that adapt as fast as the ecosystem evolves. So here you will find out the complete documentation about LangChain. To work with LangChain, we are going to use the UV package manager, or you will find out like pip UV, and then click on this. You will get the current version of UV. What is UV? An extremely fast Python package manager written in fast. So you have to click on this after successfully installing the Python and confirm what is the version of your Python. So you have to run here some commands. I just create two folders. One is LangChain underscore course. So I am going inside this LangChain course, and here I will write the command pip install. This will take some time to install the UV package manager. So here question arises why we are going to use the UV, because a single tool to replace pip tools, pipx and this is so fast and built on Rust. After successfully install the UV package manager, you have to initialize this. I am going to initialize inside my folder LangChain underscore course. So UV init, this is the command to initialize UV package. As you see, initialize project. When you run this command, you will get these files inside your own folder where you want to initialize the UV package manager. And if I click on this Py project, you will see this require Python greater than or equal to 3.11, the LangChain. So in your mind some question arises, what is UV and why we run UV init? So basically UV init is a command used to create a new Python project quickly. As you see, when I run this, it quickly create a project folder with basic project structure, and you will also find out the dependency management files. To UV init, think of starting a ready-made workspace. After initializing UV init, now we need one virtual environment. So in your minds, question arises why we need virtual environment and what is the purpose of virtual environment. So virtual environment is used to isolate Python project dependency. Without virtual environment, all projects share the same libraries. Version conflicts can happen. One project update may break another project. To handle this, we need a virtual environment. To create a virtual environment, keep in mind that each project has its own environment. You can install different libraries versions safely. So let's assume you are working with LangChain version 0.1 and you need some libraries for that version. So you have to create your own virtual environment to work with LangChain version 0.1, and then you want to work with LangChain version 0.3 or 4 in future. So you have to create your own virtual environment for this version. So virtual environment keeps them separately. So we are going to create a virtual environment to work with LangChain. So we have a command venv. So I am going to run this. As you see, we create a folder. We get a folder inside our LangChain with name .venv, and inside this we have a lib and scripts. As you see, when I run this command, I am getting creating virtual environment at .venv and activate this virtual environment using this command. So we have to run this command. Let me .venv scripts and then activate. To activate virtual environment, I just clear my terminal with command cls. So here cd.venv, inside this we have a scripts, cd scripts. Here we will activate virtual environment. As you see, I am getting LangChain underscore course. So our virtual environment is activated successfully. So we have to go to folder packs. So I just come back again, LangChain course folder. To work with LangChain, we need some libraries. To install libraries, we are going to create a file inside LangChain. I'm going to create one file. Requirements.txt. So first of all, we need LangChain, then LangChain group, then LangChain community, then we need LangChain. Let me zoom more. So LangChain Google Gen AI. So after that we need python.env. So here question arises why we are going to install these libraries to work with LangChain. So let me explain each and everything. Let's understand the first one, the LangChain. Why this library we are going to use. The LangChain, this is the main framework we are going to use to work with LangChain. So this is the main framework, and this LangChain framework, it helps us build AI application easily. It connects the LLMS tools, memory and workflows, and think of it as the brain structure of our AI system. Then we have LangChain Grok. LangChain Grok is used to connect Grok AI models with LangChain. If you want to use Grok model inside your AI application, you use this library LangChain Grok, and this library works as a model integration layer. Then we have LangChain Google Gen AI. This library is basically used when you want to use Google generative AI models, the Gemini models and other Google's AI APIs. And this library will help us to call Google AI services easily. Then we have Google Community. The LangChain Community, this package contains community built tools and integration, and this community built tools has some Like we have document loaders, vector databases, connectors, utility tools, and this LangChain community tool will help us to write less code. Instead of writing everything from scratch, we reuse community tools. That's why we are going to use LangChain community. Then we have python.env. This is used for security and configuration management. We never write sensitive information directly in code. Instead, we store things like API keys, secrets, model credentials inside a .env file. So here question arises how we will install these libraries, which we have just tried in requirements.txt. So we have a command uv add, let me zoom out, uv add -r requirements.txt. When I press enter, you will see install one package. As you see, I am getting requirements.txt does not contain any dependencies. Why this? We not save this file. So I just save the file, and if I run this command again, and you will see the LangChain. I am getting error because LangChain group was not found. So make sure the spelling will be correct. And if I clear my terminal and run this again, you will see Python, the LangChain group, LangChain Google Gen LangChain community, and python.env. The libraries are going to install with the help of UV package. So now the libraries are installed. To confirm this, click on this and you will see the dependencies LangChain community, LangChain Google Gen LangChain group, python.env with each version. So these are we define here inside our this, and we get here after installing. So you will confirm this after you will install libraries. You will get here by project